Welcome, one and all! Welcome to the wonderful world of Pokémon! Our beloved Galar region is a wonderful place with thriving nature, beautiful cities, and many Pokémon with which we share our lives. As you know, our society is able to thrive thanks to help from these mysterious creatures that we call Pokémon. Yes, Pokémon are all around us, in the sea, in the sky, and even with us in our towns. And those of us who choose to raise and train Pokémon to do battle and compete, we call Pokémon trainers. Oh, but I'm getting carried away. Please allow me to introduce myself. My name is Rose, and it is a pleasure to be here. Now turn your gaze to the Galar region's greatest Pokémon trainer, your undefeated champion. It's time for Champion Leon's exhibition match! Is it really happening? I can't believe I'm about to say the words that I'm about to say. How's it going, everybody? My name is Tentacle, and welcome to my Let's Play of Pokémon Sword! Man, I'm so freaking excited for this! Oh, this is the first time I'm Let's Playing a Pokémon game! And I did not expect it to be this one. I've got a bit of a story as to why I chose this particular game, but we'll wait until after this cutscene is over before I say anything. Hello, hello! Oh, that your flash new phone, Cole! Were you watching Lee's exhibition match on it? But you can't cheer him on with your hands full. You know the only way to properly cheer on Lee would be with his famous Charizard pose. Hop, didn't expect to see you here today, dear. Isn't this the big day? Yeah, that's exactly why I came running over to get Cole. Never mind watching the match now. I've got it recording at home anyway. I record all my brother's matches. Come with me, Cole. He should be here any minute. And Lee always brings presents when he visits, so I wouldn't forget that bag if I were you. Now I gotta run. See you at mine later. Okay, so like I said before, welcome to my Let's Play of Pokémon Sword, and I got a reason behind my choosing this game. When this game and its partner version, Shield, were new, I got both games opening weekend, or I guess I should say launch weekend. But that same time... Oh, hang on. The game is saying we can open the menu by pressing the X button. You can check your bag, save, look at the town map, and adjust your options. Anyway, that same weekend that I got Pokémon Sword and Shield, my power was accidentally cut. So that was the reason why I did not stream Sword and Shield then. Had I still had power, I would have streamed this game. But instead I chose to stream Shield that Christmas. I'm still glad I played this game either way, but I want to give this game the spotlight too. This also marks the first time that I'm playing both versions of a single generation of Pokémon on my channel. I do have a little bit more I want to say about this game in terms of how I'm going to play it, but we'll get to that later. This introduction is a little long. So long, in fact, that I think it might take at least 3 episodes to get through. Heck, I've already been recording for 6 minutes. Hey, you silly Wooloo, I see what you're up to. Don't go using tackle on the fencing. Now you listen. No going past that fence. No! Everyone knows there are scary Pokémon living in the slumbering weld. Now that that's taken care of, he says as the Wooloo in question rams the fence again. How about it, Cole? Let's race. Bet I can make it to my house first. What with you lugging about that big old bag? Okay. So, there are, as you can probably imagine, a lot of different Pokémon in this game. I'm not going to be going over each one in depth, because if I did, every episode of this Let's Play would be at least 30 minutes long, and I don't want to ruin my computer's storage and overall power with that. I'll get into that in the next few episodes, I'm sure. I'm also not going to be reading every text box word for word, like I do when I stream other Pokemon games, so I'm sorry if you guys were looking forward to some funny dialogue. I just, again, don't want to drag on, no pun intended, every single episode. So, Hop is saying we need to pass Route 1 and go to the town of Wedgehurst to see Leon. Let's get a move on! Only remember, Cole, wild Pokemon could come out of nowhere if you walk through patches of tall grass. I got my Wooloo with me, so I'm ready for battles against wild Pokemon, of course. Yep, this is the same as it is in every Pokemon game. Avoid encountering wild Pokemon until you get your own. I'll also be sure to go over the basics of the Pokemon series in this episode for those who haven't played any of the games before. I'm just saying right now, these first few episodes of this Let's Play are going to be pretty dang long because of all the cutscenes and explanations. Hello, hello, Wedgehurst! Your champion Leon is back! I promise I'll keep doing my best to deliver the greatest battles for you all to watch! It's our unbeatable champion! Leon, you and Charizard are the greatest! Well, thank you for that! I hope you'll all carry on training up your Pokemon and never shy from battle. Then come challenge me for the champion title! We're on it! We've all been working on our battle skills just like you've taught us to, Lee! But that Charizard of yours is too strong for the likes of us to take on! Too true that Charizard is blazingly strong, but other Pokemon can be strong as well! That's why I want the strongest of challengers to fill the gym challenge and come battle me! My wish is for Galar's trainers to work together to become the strongest in all the world. And I guess Charizard agrees. Now, I still don't know if the setting of Pokemon Sword and Shield is pronounced Galar or Galar. I've heard of both. So, my #1 fan in all the world has come out of his way to pick me up. Look at you, Hop. I reckon you've grown exactly 1.25 inches since the last time I saw you. Brotherly love, I guess. And these bright eyes over here. I got it! You must be Cole, am I right? Yep, that's me. I'm the Galar region's greatest ever Pokémon champion, and a massive Charizard fan too. People call me the unbeatable Leon. Now here's the thing, guys. This region is based on the UK, so I'm trying to give a lot of the major characters British accents. That may result in my having to workshop certain characters' voices between episodes. I can also say for certain that not every major character will have a British accent, otherwise that would get old. Come on, Lee! You promised us a present, so out with it! You brought Cole and me Pokemon. You did, didn't you? I know you must have. Right then, the greatest gift from the greatest champion. It's showtime, everyone! Take a good look, you two. These are our starter Pokemon. Grookey, Scorbunny, and Sobble. You gotta admit, that cutscene is pretty cute. And there's the shot that started it all. The shot of the 3 starter Pokemon. Okay! Now it's time for me to go over the basics of the Pokemon series. I'm gonna try to keep this brief, so let's see. Pokémon is a turn-based RPG game series. Every Pokémon has 1 or 2 types, each with their own weaknesses, resistances, and immunities. Every Pokémon also has 6 stats. HP stands for health points. That's how much damage your Pokémon can take before it faints. Attack and defense are relative measurements of your strength and resistance of physical attacks. So, in the Pokemon series, that includes moves like Headbutt, Scratch, even some unorthodox moves like Razor Leaf might be considered physical attacks. Special attack and special defense are the same relative measurements, but for, well, special attacks. That includes moves like Water Gun, Ember, and things like that. And last but not least, speed determines who goes first in a Pokemon battle. Higher speed wins, but if you and your opponent have the same speed, it's randomized. Wow, 1 minute 14 seconds! That's a new record. Usually I can talk about the basics of Pokemon for much longer. Anyway, let's go over each of these starters a little bit more in depth. Starting with Grookey. This is the Grass-type starter. And Grookey is a bit of an oddball. Most Grass-type Pokemon are pretty slow, have good defenses, and can inflict status conditions on the opponent. Things like poison, paralysis, or even sleep. Not so with Grookey. This thing is an HP wall with a really high physical attack stat. And what's really weird is Grookey doesn't learn very many Grass-type moves via level up. If anything, it mainly learns Normal-type moves. That's not to say Grookey is bad. When it fully evolves, it learns a lot of non-Grass-type moves and non-Normal-type moves. you could get some pretty decent coverage out of it if you choose Grookey and fully evolve it. And yeah, I do want to consider my options. Next up is Scorbunny. This is the Fire-type starter. Most Fire types are pretty fast and excel in either physical or special attack. Scorbunny fits the physical attacking department quite nicely. The only problem is its defenses are pretty bad. So if you choose Scorbunny, you're going to need type coverage that also has exceptional defenses. Otherwise, when using Scorbunny and its evolutions in battle, make sure to dish out a lot of damage quickly and get out of there as soon as there's trouble. And last but not least, if I can talk to it, there we go. It's Sobble, the Water-type starter. Sobble is your box standard Water type. Good special attack, decent stats and everything else. But what's really cool is Sobble can learn Ice-type moves after it fully evolves. That provides a lot of good type coverage to its Grass-type weakness. However, it doesn't have a very wide array of moves it can learn compared to Grookey and Scorbunny. You're going to need the most type coverage for Sobble, even though it only has 2 weaknesses. Anyway, I've been giving it a lot of thought, and this is probably and it's probably been a lot more complicated than I thought as well, but I've made up my mind. I don't want you to get robbed of the spotlight again, so get over here, Scorbunny. It's you and me. And yes, I would like to give Scorbunny a nickname. Every Pokemon you catch has the option to be given a nickname. And nice, this one's male, so I can actually give it the nickname I had thought of before I recorded this. Matchbox. Since it creates fire when it runs, I figured what better name to give it than Matchbox. It's like it's striking a match every time it steps. There's a shot if I've ever seen one. I'm taking a picture of that. And Hop's choosing Grookey. That's your big mistake there, man. You just gave me the type advantage. Grass is weak to fire. Just be thankful you have a Wooloo to keep yourself company, Grookey. And in this game, Leon will pick the starter that neither you nor Hop choose. Now, there is something more complex about Pokemon that I want to get into in this episode, but I need to wait a little bit. Like I said already, this introduction is especially long. Listen up, new trainers. Believe in yourself and your Pokemon. If you trust in one another and carry on battling side by side long enough, then someday, you might even become worthy rivals for me, the unbeatable champion. And already Hop is letting us become his first rival. So I guess we're gonna battle Hop. Believe in your partner Pokemon, and care for them too, with all your heart. Do those 2 things, and I'm certain you'll learn to choose the moves that suit your Pokemon. Don't I know it, Leon? I've watched every match that Lee's ever had. I've read every book and magazine he left behind at home, too. I know exactly what to do in order to win. Oh, you want to bet, Hop? I hate to break it to you, but in another life, I destroyed you several times over. Let's do this, Matchbox. Get out there. Alrighty. So, now it's time for me to go over, I think, one last thing for the basics of this game. Every Pokemon has a nature and characteristic. Those determine how well or poorly its stats grow as it levels up. Oh my goodness! If I'm inferring this correctly, I think I just got the best possible nature for Scorbunny. If you see red colored text on a Pokemon's stats, that means it'll grow really well as the Pokemon levels up. Blue text means that particular stat will grow poorly. So, I'll have a better speed stat and a worse special attack stat for Scorbunny. I was right! It's jolly-natured! This is the best nature to have for Scorbunny. And sturdy body means its defense stat will also grow decently well, if I'm not mistaken. So it's nice to have a stat that will influence Matchbox's survivability. Man, I got really freaking lucky! I don't know if I'm gonna be saying the same for other Pokemon I catch, but I guess we'll find out. In Pokemon games, you can only have 6 Pokemon with you at a time. Every other Pokemon you catch effectively gets sent to storage. More on that later, but Matchbox grew to level 6. And he learned Ember. Honestly, I'm glad my Scorbunny here is male. I didn't really have a good nickname in mind for if it were female. Every starter Pokemon in the series has a really low chance of being female. And some Pokemon have different gender ratios, or none at all. But there we go, already! And check that out, we also got a critical hit! Critical hits are nice in the Pokemon series. Not only does it make the attack do 50% more damage, it also ignores stat changes. You beat my 2 Pokemon with your 1? You and that Scorbunny are too much! Dang it, I'm already losing the British accent. Anyway, I don't think you want to bring out your Charizard for this one, Leon. We had that all sorted. Anyway, you joined the gym challenge? You think you're ready for the single greatest competition in the Galar region? Not putting the cart before the Rapidash there, little brother. If that's really what you want to do, you two have a whole lot you need to learn about Pokemon. Especially your friend Cole. Before you think about getting gym badges, best to think about getting a Pokédex. Yeah, that is a good idea. The Pokédex is how you collect data for Pokemon in the series. And we gotta go to the Pokemon Research Lab to get one. And stop by our house first. Oh, that's no good. Looks like that wild Wooloo from before crashed through the fence. I guess we gotta go save it. Oh no! I control stick drifted. I did not mean to select that. I guess Hop understands that we're scared. Anyway, I'd hate to leave this on a cliffhanger, but I've been recording for over 25 minutes and I don't want to strain my computer anymore. So, next time on Pokemon Sword, we're going to be going into the Slumbering Weld and hopefully saving that Wooloo. Oh, and for the record, I have played Pokemon Sword and Shield before, as I've already said. I'm just going to be going through this more slowly, so those who haven't played Pokemon before can understand what's up. Anyway, enough rambling from me. Until next time, this is Tentacles signing out. Take care, everybody.